The SKS's. Have I become the fun-busting FUD or the Bubba the dilettante LARPers and pauper collectors meme about? Many moons ago, the SKS and the 762x39 were cheap. I remember when you can get an SKS for $60. 762x39 was available at rimfire prices. The FUDs of my youth dissuaded me from buying one because they were nothing but cheap commie trash. They weren't safe to fire, and accuracy that was the reverse of agreeable. That should have been the ebullient charge to get me one and a bunch of ammo. But the FUDs won and fun lost when it was cheap. But now, am I the FUD? Would I suggest to a young head full of mush stay clear of these? Probably, but that's because the cost of the 762x39 is now higher than the 5.56. Although, until they make a brass magnet, it's a lot easier to pick up steel cases. I purchased this Chinese M21 with the French tickler and 1,000 rounds of ammo for $450. I have a bunch of stripper clips, a couple chest rigs, some belt pouches. I don't LARP with it or think of it as much of a SHTF gun, but it is fun. Could it be better? I guess. I've shot this one more than any others, but I think it's going to change. And then I got this 1954 Russian Ishy from a friend who was clearing out some of his stuff. I'm not sure if I've ever shot this. I'm not planning to shoot it. The bolt is not painted over from refurbishment, but the handguard rattles a little bit. Years ago, I bought a couple Yugos for $125 each. I gave one away, and the other would get taken out to play occasionally. So which one will I be shooting the most? Wait, what the? It's the best SKS ever. Camo toes. It is tactical perfection. You can't help but stare at camo toes. This is a Yugo SKS that I swapped the stock out for a Tapco Interfuse. The box magazine was removed and detachable magazines have taken its spot. The Tapco stock has been Cerakoted with a pattern that makes everyone question my judgment. Now I know, I can hear the lame cries, "No, Bubba, no!" But they fall on my deaf ears. Nothing was cut, filed, or welded, and you can no longer get the Tapco Interfuse stock. So maybe this is the exact opposite of Bubba. Leaving it alone, like all the others, is not preserving history, and having the Tapco stock is preserving history. Camo toes. Anyway, I did this at a time when Don't Tread on Me became No Step on Snake, and I thought I would goof on that. A cartoon snake, a commie gun, and Niet on Snek seemed to mesh. My brother-in-law helped enable this silliness. It cracks me up, but it was still not an overly fun gun to shoot. It was just another SKS. I just added an old 2 MOA red dot that was sitting around. Now it cracks me up and it is fun to shoot. I sighted it in at 25 yards. I shot it at 50 yards. Made another adjustment. And then a few strings at different distances. Pace was not quite trash heap blasting, but faster than a round per second, with an unmagnified red dot. The groups shown here reflect that hurried pace. I think the shift to the left at the longer range is indicative of the way my old eyes see the red dot. It's not a perfect circle, more like a figure 8 leaning toward 10 o'clock. Group sizes, 25 yards, 2.3 inch, 50 yards, 3.2 inch, 100 yards, 5.3 inch, 150 yards, 8.7 inch, 200 yards, 17.1 inch. One last look at it, and then I'm going to hit some steel. It's a fun one. Thanks for watching. Take care.